The Niger Delta is considered amongst the most polluted places in the world. Nigeria plans to pursue the oil companies to play their part in the country's $1 billion 30-year-long cleanup program. Samantha caught up with Nigeria's Minister at the Environment at the recent COP17 climate talks in South Africa.
It is morally and ethically right for anyone who pollutes a place to clean it up. And we have had the UNEP report submitted to the President. We've had a committee constituted, we've submitted reports, we have a strategy, a framework for action in place. And we're just waiting. In the next couple of weeks, perhaps before the year runs out, we'll begin to see what we can do. As you are aware, it's going to be a very long process. It's been so long that these companies have polluted and degraded our land. People are impoverished. It's going to take 30 years, and so the report says. And of course, the enormity there makes it so, and therefore we need to have in place a very effective framework so that when we begin, the impact would be felt by the community.
Is the Nigerian government going to be holding the oil majors then accountable for fitting this bill?
Of course they are accountable. They should be. They should be. This is what I think. And this is what everyone would think, and this is what everyone expects. They should be. They should be able to clean it up. Provide the funds, because they enjoyed the benefits.
Have you started communications with them with regards to negotiating them providing these funds?
We've started talking, we've started negotiating. We don't negotiate. I'm not sure of that word, but we're talking. We're looking at the strategies that we would use to implement, how to go about it. And I don't think we have a problem. It's not about negotiating anyway.
Let's move on to some of the other aspects of the environment in Nigeria. You was quoted as saying it's one of the biggest threats, climate change, to the economy. Give us an idea of, are you starting to feel the effect of climate change at this point in time?
Wow, wow. A very big country, 923,000 square kilometers, 140 million people, with states bordering, 36 states with 11 directly facing the desert, frontline states we call them. We've had the effects of climate change long before the issues became international, long before now. When I was growing up, there were areas that never used to have rainfall, adequate rainfall. Today they're faced with a lot of flooding. We have erosion at a very unimaginable scale. We have a lot of migration because of desertification. We have a lot of flooding, and of course, you know, as a developing country or a middle country, we have a lot of emissions, and we are still working hard to capture the gas flaring, what we put in the air that we can use to source for energy. We have felt it long before now. We're still feeling it.
Is there potential, are you looking into the potential of the Clean Development Mechanism project in Nigeria? You mentioned gas flaring. I know that that can be captured and used to generate carbon credits. Are you looking into that for Nigeria?
We are looking into the CDMs. We're looking into solar, the use of solar through our renewable energy sector. We're working hard with women groups. We're also looking at the possibility of using wind, because we have some states that have these potentials. We have a state in the northern part of the country, Katsina, that is doing very well using the wind. And we're encouraging more states to buy into the climate agenda.
Talking about issues that you're facing with regards to climate change, deforestation exacerbates climate change. It causes erosion of arable land, and farmers are now migrating to the cities, putting pressure on already overpopulated cities. How are you addressing the issue of deforestation?
We are, over the last 24 months, we've been able to distribute 40 million seedlings, tree seedlings. We have every state going into programs of afforestation. We encourage NGOs and CBOs. We're now going to move into schools and carry every other person along. We're participating in the Great Green Wall program, and when I leave you, I'll be attending in the African Pavilion a session on that. And we're doing as much as we can to ensure that people realize that there's a need to green the economy, to green their surroundings, particularly beginning there. So we're working very hard, and we'll be in the second phase raising more seedlings to give out to people free. They don't have to do anything. All you need to do is just plant one and nurture one, and then you're contributing. And I think we'll do a lot of advocacy. We'll have to step up on that, and I'm sure with that we'll make an impact.
Is the government ready to commit to targets to reduce its own emissions?
Oh, sure. The legislative arm of government is looking into that. We are ready. We're looking hard into that.
Do you have a target at this point on the table?
Yes, we had 2015, and we're working towards 2015.
Lastly, COP17 is all about green financing when you're talking about developing African countries. In the absence of any progress made on the Green Climate Fund, is this going to hinder your progress towards fighting climate change and moving towards a low carbon economy?
Not in any way. It will not hinder our progress, but of course we would want to have the funds, because that will step up. It will motivate us, not only as a nation, but the people need to have funding to have actions in place, and we cannot address these issues without adequate funding. That's why I want the Green Climate Fund to come up. But of course we don't want to be pessimistic. We've been working very hard, and we are sure that the developed nations will realize people are dying. We are dying. We are very vulnerable. We need the funds. We need to reach out to people. We've been waiting so long, and we've taken so long. And I was saying yesterday that it is time that the international community addresses the issues of climate change like they did with HIV. Everyone in every village knows what we're talking about when you speak of AIDS. Now it's time to educate everyone. Let people know that they have a duty, that we need to protect the environment. And then when we do that, we should be willing to put in funds. We need to develop trust. And like the Secretary General has said yesterday, Ban Ki-moon, everyone, we need to work hard. We need to develop trust. We need to take care of the vulnerable. And the time is now. It's not tomorrow. So we'll be willing to have it.